show you how to convert this regular RC truck gun controller to be working on a racing simulator. I watched like 2 or 3 videos doing the same thing, converting this regular gun controller to a racing simulator. So not to waste our time here is I already removed those circuit, those screws, because it will take time. Now I'm going to explain to you how this thing function and how you will connect them to the simulator. Okay, so I remove this now. You just open, so you will notice that there is no circuit now. So now what I'm going to do now is to explain to you the circuit, what is inside the controller. So once that you open the gun controller, you will find this little board here. So there is this trimming for the steering. Normally when you open or when you started the RC, it's not balanced, so you need to adjust it left and right to make both wheels center. Okay, and this one is for the speed. If you want slower speed or higher speed, we don't need to remove anything of this. And this is the power switch. We don't need to remove anything, it will stay like that. Okay, so now we have here 2 connectors. This left connector is for the steering. Always remember where are those colors going from. There are normally 3 connections for any potentiometer, or 3 or 4 depending on the resistance or depending on how big is the potentiometer. Okay, so on this left side, this is for the steering, and in the center, this is for the acceleration, brake, and reverse. Okay, now, so I removed already the potentiometer here and also here. So let's start with the potentiometer for the steering. So you can see there are 3 colors. I'm going to explain to you later on how to connect them. Okay, so now this is the potentiometer for the steering. You will notice that there are 3 wires: white, black, and red. So if you're going to flip this towards you, okay, this is where the steering goes. This one, let me put it inside. Okay, so if you're going to move this here, it will go left. If you're going to move this here, it will go right. So this potentiometer is a regular potentiometer. The bigger one, maybe the 50K or 100K, is those potentiometer that you can find inside the radio. You know, the knobs that when this is the radio, okay, AM FM radio, there is this volume. Okay, from here it is 0. Okay, so once that you turn it on all the way to the right, the resistance changes, the volume goes up. So this is the same potentiometer being used with the radio, but it is smaller. So this one you can find in regular, electronic shop. But in this case, this small potentiometer you cannot buy in any regular radio shop, but only from the supplier for the RC. Because I tried also searching here in Dubai, but if I'm in Manila, there are lots of electronic shops that supports this kind of spare parts. Okay, so let's get back to the explanation for how is this thing works. Okay, so always keep in mind those wires. When you're going to cut the wires, just leave a little portion of the collar, or better yet, take a photo. So once that you're going to connect it on the simulator or on the pedal, you will not get confused, you will not get lost. Okay, just bear in mind that this is the back, this is the front. How you remove it, just keep in mind to put it in the same thing, because if you're going to put it on the opposite side or down, it's only going to be on the opposite way. It's going to be on the right. is going to be the left, or it will going to be on the left, you're going on the right. So bear in mind that this, where it's pointing, okay, you have to place it the same. In this case, this one is 0, this one is 10, so it's always at the center, so there is enough play to go left, to go right. Okay, so this is the one for the steering. Okay, so once that you cut, leave a little bit allowance for you to remember where are the wires coming from. So since yesterday I don't have the racing simulator ready, so I made my own simulator for the moment before I'm going to buy the original simulator, because I don't want to waste money and then make a mistake. So I did something for me to check if it's going to work. So this is the simulator, this is the racing steering now. Okay, this is the racing steering that I made. It is made out of scrap. Okay, you will notice that it is moving left, moving right. It is all made out of scrap. If you can notice, some parts here you can find in local hardwares or in junk shop, because I don't want it to buy the simulator unless I am sure. So I made this video for you guys to see how it is working. So if you are into this project and wanted to do the same thing, you will be knowledgeable, or you will have all the knowledge you needed before trying this. So it's good for you to understand. So this is the side of the simulator. You will see that there are so many screws, metal, and everything. So once you open the racing simulator, it will be the same like this. I put rubber band to keep it center. So it's always coming back to the center. So there is this long screw like a shaft going inside all the way down. You will notice that this is the same potentiometer that I removed from the gun controller. Then I hook it up here, so it will serve as the left and right for this steering wheel. Okay, so that wire that I removed, let's go back here. This is the potentiometer. I bought another one for you to understand. Before I told you it is white, black, and red. So it's going to be like this. Okay, you will notice that there are no white, all are red. So I put a marker of yellow in the middle to serve as a black color. Okay, so it is the same potentiometer but with a bigger or higher value, but the function is the same with the original. So I will flip it like here. You will see that this is the 0 position. See, it's not even turning now. This is the higher position, the 10. Okay, just bear in mind that 0 is here. 10, I'm only telling 10 because that's the highest. It's easy for us to remember. Is always on the right for this type of variable resistor. Same with this one. Okay, so once that you remove the wires, it will be like this. When you remove the wires with the same color, connect it with the same color with the connector. Okay, if it's red, connect to the red. If it's black, connect it to the black. Okay, if it's white, connect it to the white. Just be sure to put it back where you remove it, so you don't get confused and you will get the same function. Okay, so now here's the circuit. We go back here. This is the simulator I made. Remember the circuit that I removed already from the gun controller. This is the circuit. This is the simulator. the racing simulator, the steering. This is for the pedal. Okay, so you will see that the white, the black, and the red is in the same wiring that I have made. I only changed the red, and another color is also red because I cannot find any white color wires. So if you're going to follow this through here, let's go from here. You will see the center is also black. Okay, this one is white. Remember, white is on the left, black is in the center, and red is on the right. You have to follow the one that you removed from the original location of the gun simulator and connect it onto the racing simulator with the same position. Not down, not like this, but like this, because it's left and right. So this is for the racing on the racing simulator on the left. So now let's go back here. You can see that there are connections going to the simulator. Okay, so I made this to test if it's going to work. So let us test now if it's working. So we'll put the batteries. Now, wait, I'll come back. Yeah, we're going to put the batteries now here, and here, and here, and here. Okay, so let me move the camera, and here is the truck. I'm going to put the truck near the controller. Okay, so we'll lift this up. Wait for it to bind. Okay. Then we need to, this has the battery now. We need to press this now. And now it's bind. So this one will work here. Okay. So now I'm going to show you if the connection is correct. It will work with this simulate, this with racing steering that I made. I'm going to turn it to the left. It's turning on the left. Center, turning on the right. See, it's working. Right? Okay, so now that is how you connect. When you cut the wires, be sure to put it back on the same place where you have cut. Okay, so you will not get lost, you will not get confused. Okay, so be sure that you're going to connect it with a solder, not just twist it with your finger and put tape or something. Loose contact will, of course, lose its connection. So with my racing simulator, racing steering, it is working now. So I'm going to show you the side again. It is the same function like an original simulator. See? Yep. Right. Yep. Right. Yep. Okay. That is the same potentiometer like this one. White, black, red. Then connect it to the racing simulator and you have it. So that is how you connect the variable resistor directly on a steering wheel. So it's working. So the next video that I'm going to show you is how to connect the pedals, because the pedals are more trickier than the racing simulator. But this one, you need to make this like this to have it moving, because without straight connection, or it will not work. So I just made this for only here just to test and to show you guys how to thoroughly connect the VR, the variable resistor, from the gun controller to a racing simulator. So on my next video, I will show you how to connect the variable resistor, two of those, through a pedal. So it's more trickier and more wirings needed. So you will thoroughly understand. Okay, thank you for watching. See you on my next video.